Well, we've had some pretty exciting news come out very recently for Stellaris Console Edition. Yesterday, or Friday, February 14th, if you're watching this at a future time, there was a post made on the Paradox Interactive forums by Aceparadox, who is now the new community manager for Stellaris. This includes both the PC and console version. And they went on to say this: "Hello, dear console players. I'm Aceparadox, the new community manager for Stellaris. We have now entered 2020, and as you might know, we announced at PDXCon last year that we have some exciting things coming out on Stellaris console this year. We are aware that it's been a bit quiet on our side, but it doesn't mean that things have been standing still in development and behind the scenes. The developers have been and are still working hard on new content that will be released this year, and focus has been on implementing the huge changes we're going to be making to the game. Since it's been a few months since our latest console update, we wanted to provide a small sneak peek of our work in progress. The main challenge has been developing and implementing the new UI required to pilot the new version of the game coming to Stellaris Console Edition. Just to give you an idea of how comprehensive these changes will be, we are looking to upgrade or include features pertaining to the entire planetary system and associated economy, the introduction of the galactic market, a new fleet manager, updated shipyards view, and new main title screen, to name but a few. Stellaris Console Edition will jump straight into the 2.2 version of the game, Le Guin, and thus a large set of core game features are being reworked. We will talk about these feature changes more in depth further on, but for reference, the same gameplay changes happened to Stellaris on PC in December 2018. This is about the time that Megacorp was released. The below screenshots will give you an idea of what to expect with the coming update. You'll see some of the huge amounts of work that's been going on adapting the UI for the new features to consoles, as well as how we're looking at implementing some of the new features that are part of the 2.2 Le Guin update. The features we are showing are all part of the next free update that will be available later in 2020 for all console players. And then they actually have a few screenshots. The very first one is a new title screen when you first load up the main menu of Stellaris Console Edition. Looks like a more apocalypse-themed title screen, which is pretty cool. Right after that, there is the Planetary Surface screen, which essentially shows the planetary rework that came with the 2.2 Le Guin update around the same time that Megacorp dropped on PC. So as you can see, we no longer have the tile system. How the planet works is now it's determined by districts and the jobs on the planet that your pops will work. That determines the resources that are being output from that planet. And we'll learn more about that later once this releases. Another screenshot of the galactic market, which no longer restricts you to just dealing with AI empires or other player empires to trade with, or even the trader enclaves if you have Leviathans. There is an actual galactic market now with values that fluctuate. So you're no longer stuck trading with a trader enclave. You got to give 2,000 minerals for 1,000 energy credits or vice versa at a crappy 2-to-1 ratio all the time. Now it'll essentially be a fluctuating market, and you can float your economy by buying and selling certain resources that you have excess of or are in need of at the right times when prices are just right. A little further on, we have a screenshot of the Fleet Manager, which will greatly ease taking care of your multiple fleets, especially since we're not only getting the economy rework, but we're also getting changes to overall military structure. As you can see near the top right, there's a thing called the command limit, which actually limits the number of ships that a fleet or an admiral can have under their control at any one time. So that's a big thing. There's also some changes to tactics from the looks of things as well, because near the bottom left there is the take point option. It'll be interesting to learn more about what that does when this drops. And then after that, there's a screenshot of a shipyard. This comes with the rework to the border system that was done in 2.0 around the time that Apocalypse dropped for DLC. So how they did it is, in order to claim a star system for yourself, you'd have to construct a star base in that system, and then that system is now within your borders, and you can build a shipyard in your star bases, and those shipyards pump out ships for you. And that's pretty much it for the screenshots. There is a little blurb after all these where Aceparadox says, please note that the above is still a work in progress and the screenshots might not reflect or represent the finalized product. We will provide updates moving forward as we have them, leading up to the next release later this year. Thank you for your patience and for playing the Stellaris Console Edition. Aceparadox, Community Manager, Stellaris. So that's really cool. The devs have not been idle in their silence, which I kind of expected anyways. Not every game company needs to update its players every week or every month just to reassure everybody that, hey, yeah, we are working on stuff. And I don't understand why some people demand that they do. But yeah, they said last October that they have plans for Stellaris Console Edition, and this just further confirms that. And they have clearly made a lot of progress with what these screenshots are showing. There will be a lot of changes with this giant leap forward. But on top of that, this is also a big leapfrog as we essentially scoot forward about four different about four different DLC packs. Synthetic Dawn was, I believe, 1.8 or 1.9. Apocalypse was 2.0, Distant Stars 2.1, and Megacorp 2.2. So we are leapfrogging a huge amount of content with this free update that comes out. Now, that doesn't mean that these 4 packs of DLC will be coming with the update. They have not mentioned anything about the actual DLC. This is just the free update to bring the console version in much greater parity, much more up to date with the PC version is essentially what that is. So let me know in the comments below what you think of this news. I will put a link to this post in the description below as well if you'd like to peruse it yourself. There's not much else to see beyond what I've already put in the video. But let me know in the comments below if this gets you even more excited for Stellaris Console Edition this year, especially for those of you who have been playing the game since console's launch. I know I have. And I like the game where it is now. There are some changes that I'm not looking forward to too much, but at the same time, I am excited to learning all the new mechanics and essentially relearning the game so that I can continue to play it, have fun with it, make videos about it, and help teach other people about this fantastic game on Stellaris Console. That'll sum up this video. This has been Mobius Y talking about Stellaris Console Edition. For more Stellaris Console content, subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. Check out my playlists, the Let's Play Stellaris Console playlist if you just want to watch me playing the game, and there's also the Stellaris Console Mechanics and Tips and Strategies playlist if you would like to learn things. I hope to see you guys again real soon, and enjoy the rest of the weekend.